Listen to the word for coffee.
咖啡咖啡咖啡咖啡
That is just a transliteration of the English word, and both are first tone. Say, I would like a cup of coffee.
我想要一杯咖啡。我想要一杯咖啡。
Reply, sorry, we don't have any coffee.
对不起，我们没有咖啡。对不起，我们没有咖啡。
Reply bluntly, there's no coffee.
没有咖啡。没有咖啡。
Ask, will you come on Sunday?
你星期日要来吗？你星期日要来吗？
Ask, when will you come?
你什么时候要来？你什么时候要来？
Say, at 2:00.
2点钟。
Ask, what do you want?
你要什么？你要什么？
Reply, I want a cup of coffee.
我要一杯咖啡。我要一杯咖啡。
Listen to how you would say, and you? Meaning, what about you?
你呢？你呢？你呢？
That's just you with a n particle added on the end. The n has no tone. So say, I want a cup of coffee. And you?
我要一杯咖啡。你呢？我要一杯咖啡。你呢？
Say, I would like a cup of tea.
我想要一杯茶。我想要一杯茶。
And how would you say, I would like to go to Japan?
我想去日本。我想去日本。
Say, I'm going to go to the restaurant. What about you?
我要去饭店。你呢？我要去饭店。你呢？
Say, he is inside.
他在里面。
Say, he's in the restaurant.
他在饭店里。
Now try and say, in the restaurant, there are a lot of people.
饭店里有很多人。Or 在饭店里有很多人。
How did you say sorry?
对不起。对不起。
Say, my family.
我家里人。Or 我家人。
How did you say very many or lots of?
很多。
Say, I have a big family. Literally, my family are many.
我家人很多。Or 我家里有很多人。
Say, I have a big family. What about you?
我家人很多，你呢？我家人很多，你呢？
Do you remember the word for book?
书，书，
And how did you say one book?
一本书，一本书，
Listen to the word for and.
和，和，和，和。
That sounds very similar to the word for to drink, but it's slightly different. And has a rising second tone,
和，
and drink has a high first tone.
喝，
Listen to them together. And, then drink.
和，喝，和，喝，和，喝。
Similar sounds like this do make pronunciation very important. However, context will also frequently help you tell what is being said. For example, even if you are unclear on the tone, it would be reasonable to assume that someone was saying he and I, and not he drinks me. Say he and I.
他和我，他和我，
Say a cup of tea and a cup of coffee.
一杯茶和一杯咖啡，一杯茶和一杯咖啡，
Say a book and an apple.
一本书和一个苹果，一本书和一个苹果，
Say today and tomorrow.
今天和明天，今天和明天。
Now, in English, we use and to link all sorts of words and sentences. For example, I will go there and talk to him, or I will eat breakfast and read the paper. But in Mandarin, it can only be used to link two nouns together, coffee and tea, you and I, etc. So you can say, I want this and that, because that's linking two nouns, but you can't say, I want to eat and drink, because that's linking two verbs. Do you remember the word for things?
东西，
And what about hello?
你好，
How did you ask, how are you?
你怎么样？
Reply, I'm well, and you?
我很好，你呢？我很好，你呢？
Ask, where is my coffee?
我的咖啡在哪儿？
How do you reply, it's on the table?
在桌子上。
Reply, your coffee and my tea are on the table.
你的咖啡和我的茶在桌子上。你的咖啡和我的茶在桌子上。
Ask, where's the coffee and tea?
咖啡和茶在哪儿？咖啡和茶在哪儿？
Reply, they're both on the table.
都在桌子上。都在桌子上。
Notice in this instance, even though you're talking about two objects, you can just say they're all on the table. Saying they're both on the table, 两个都, is really only necessary if you want to emphasize that there are two of them. How do you ask, will you go?
你要去吗？
I mentioned earlier that there are actually two ways to ask a question. Until now, we've been using the ma method, where you just put the question marker ma on the end. While not always, this does slightly lean toward expecting a positive answer, because you're given the option of answering with correct. 你是美国人吗？对，我是美国人。But another way to ask a question is to say, are you or are you not something? Listen.
你要不要去？你要不要去？
That means, do you want or not want to go? And is literally, you want, not want, go. Using this method, ask, do you want to eat?
你要不要吃饭？你要不要吃饭？
Now, using the ma method, ask, is this yours?
这是你的吗？
Now ask the same question again, using the other method.
这是不是你的？这是不是你的？
How do you reply, it's not?
不是，不是。
And how do you say sorry?
对不起，对不起。
Ask, what do you want?
你要什么？
How do you say, I want a cup of coffee? And you?
我要一杯咖啡。你呢？我要一杯咖啡。你呢？
Say, I want a cup of tea.
我要一杯茶。
Say, 1 cup of coffee and 1 cup of tea.
一杯咖啡和一杯茶。一杯咖啡和一杯茶。
Say, we would like 1 cup of coffee and 1 cup of tea.
我们想要一杯咖啡和一杯茶。我们想要一杯咖啡和一杯茶。
And how would you reply, sorry, we don't have any coffee?
对不起，我们没有咖啡。对不起，我们没有咖啡。
Using the have, don't have method, how might you ask, do you have any coffee?
你有没有咖啡？你有没有咖啡？
Reply, no.
没有。
Say, I didn't go to the restaurant yesterday.
我昨天没去饭店。我昨天没去饭店。
Try and say, I'm not going to the restaurant today.
我今天不去饭店。我今天不去饭店。
Ask, what type of food do you like?
你喜欢什么菜？你喜欢什么菜？
Reply, I like Japanese food.
我喜欢 日本菜。我喜欢日本菜。
Listen to how you would say, do you like Japanese food or not?
你喜不喜欢日本菜？喜不喜欢？你喜不喜欢日本菜？
Reply that you do.
喜欢，喜欢。
Notice, when a verb has two characters, that is two syllables, as in 喜欢, you only say the first character at the start, then the full word after the 不.
喜不喜欢？
Using the ma method, ask, do you live here?
你住在这里吗？你住在这里吗？
What was the word for can, meaning know how to?
会，会。
How would you ask, can you or not?
你会不会？你会不会？
Say, he lives in Japan.
他住在日本。
Now say, you want.
你要，
Ask, why do you want?
你为什么要？
Ask, why do you want to live in Japan?
你为什么要住在日本？你为什么要住在日本？
Reply, because I really like Japanese food.
因为我很喜欢日本菜。因为我很喜欢日本菜。
Ask, what day is it today?
今天是星期几？今天是星期几？
Reply, today is Sunday.
今天是星期日。今天是星期日。
How do you say 2 books?
两本书。
How do you say 10 cups?
10个杯子。
Ask, how are you?
你怎么样？
Reply, I'm very well, and you?
我很好。你呢？
And how do you say he and I?
他和我。
Listen to the word for to do or to make.
做，做，做，做。
Fourth tone. Now notice in English, do is used in two different ways. It can be a verb, for example, he is doing the dishes, or I did nothing, but it can also be used before a verb as a sort of question marker, in the sense of, do you want this? Do you have this? Or do you like this? Used in that way, it's not really a verb and is actually very close to the Mandarin question marker, ma. So from now on, keep in mind how you're using do and only translate it to 做 if you are using it as a verb. Once again, what was the Mandarin for to do or to make?
做，做。
But how did you ask, what do you want?
你要什么？
Notice that do was not translated. But how would you say, what do you do?
你做什么？你做什么？
Notice here only one do needs to be translated. How would you ask, what do you want to do? Literally, you want do what?
你要做什么？你要做什么？
Listen to the word for work or job.
工作，工作，工作，工作。
That can be used to mean both the noun, as in a piece of work, and also the verb, to work. Say, my work or my job.
我的工作，我的工作。
Say, do work.
做工作，做工作。
Now, just for reference, when written down, those zors are actually different, but when spoken they sound identical and both have the same fourth tones, zor. Say again, do work.
做工作，
Now say, I do my work.
我做我的工作，我做我的工作。
Ask again, what do you do?
你做什么？你做什么？
Do you remember how to ask, what food do you like?
你喜欢什么菜？你喜欢什么菜？
So how would you say, what work do you do?
你做什么工作？你做什么工作？
That effectively means, what's your job?